Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We're doing another Misadventure May piece. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a voiceover with this. I'm not sure what people prefer. Do you like me rambling? Because I never really know what to say and I have to write it. I've got into the habit of writing everything I want to say down as like a rough script. But I still struggle with knowing what to say, and do I fill up the whole video with things to say, or do I just say what I need to say, go and then leave you with music? But do you want me to talk about something specific, or do you like just chilling and listening to music? I mean, whenever I watch art videos, I like both. So I guess I'm just gonna wing it each time, and if I have something to say, I'll say it. And then when I don't, I'll just leave you with some music. Or if you've got anything like something specific you want me to talk about or say, or maybe you just hate listening to me and you want me to shut up, tell me that as well. But also I just got myself a new microphone and I wanted to test it out. It was pretty cheap. It's okay. I don't know whether it's the best for doing these videos, but if it's really awful, I'll just go back to using my gaming headphones. I'll leave a link in the description to what I got if you're curious, but this isn't a review or anything, and I'll probably know more about how well it's done after I've done this video and listened to the playback on different devices, because on my laptop everything seems pretty quiet anyway, so I'm not sure what the noise level will be like, or how loud it's going to be, so until I test it, like listen to it on other devices. So we'll see. But yeah, I was supposed to record this the other day, but obviously the day I sat down to do this was the day that everyone on my street decided to get on with their lockdown construction work. So I had builders outside and the next door neighbour sounded like they were trying to drill a hole through our wall. So that was fun. But yeah. Okay. I ended up not recording the initial sketch because the last video was so long, and the sketching part usually takes me the longest because anatomy is hard, perspective is hard, and drawing is just all around hard, okay? I just wanted to keep the sketching process in because I wanted to show you how much I rework things and just to be honest with it, I guess. Personally, I like seeing people hash out the initial sketch. I like seeing how they work, but I think to make sure these videos aren't 20+ minutes long, I need to get something down first. And then I can record from the second sketch, just refining those details, because I tend to do something like 2 or 3 sketches before I line. This one here, I'm obviously twiddling with the eyes there, but I think this had kind of a rough sketch and then another sketch layer on top, and then I started lining. I put a lot of detail into my sketches because I just can't freehand line work. I need to have my ideas on the page, I need to have where I want my lines to go, pretty much. I don't mind, I can do a little bit of tweaking, but yeah, I like everything to be where it needs to be first, so I know what I'm doing. So this Misadventure May prompt was Dark Rising, and it took me so much longer to finish than the first one I did, mainly because I had to scrap my first idea. I really wanted the 2 characters, to see them from behind and have them looking off into the distance where there was some dark cloud looming on the horizon, but scenery and landscapes are my worst enemy and I hate them because I can't do them well, and it just ends up frustrating me that what I see in my head isn't what I'm getting down on the page. So I went with a more generic pose. I'm pretty sure I've seen this pose before, creeping along, looking a bit scared, something dark looming over them. And okay, so I knew Procreate had a mirror feature that allows you to do symmetrical art, but I just never really used it before. And I think I watched a video on Twitter or something that showed someone using it, and it reminded me it was there, and it was so useful when inking that big bird at the top. I really need to use it more. So I actually finished this piece a while ago, so I can't really remember what was going on in my head at the time. But I do remember struggling with the girl's hair because I think it was just an odd shape or hairstyle in the original image. I didn't really think much about it, I kind of just whacked it on. So I was trying to figure out what was actually going on. I think it's a half up, half down hairstyle, and I tried to copy how many bumps the fringe had and how many strands of hair at the front I gave her, just to keep the character, you know, cohesive and looking the same each time. Oh, I also changed the bird's eyes because I wanted them to be more expressive. I think I made them a bit bigger and changed the shape because he looked very fierce in the first piece. I think I leaned into the reference quite a lot and did quite realistic eyes, and I wanted them to be not so realistic, just to kind of be in keeping with my style and the piece. You know, it's quite cartoony. It's not a realistic style. But that being said, I'm not mad at this attempt. It's okay. I did get a bit lazy towards the end. I don't think I added any shading because at that point I just wanted to move on to something else. But the colouring stage didn't take quite so long because I could just colour pick from my previous artwork of them, so I didn't have to think so much about what colours I wanted to use. And there's not so much more to say here. I messed with the colours a lot. I wanted to capture that dark and foreboding feel, but I think I went a little too dark maybe. I think it kind of hid the characters in shadow, which was kind of what I was wanting to do, but it also hid them and their details, so I was a bit meh about it all by the end. Still, I think it's really good practice to try and keep drawing these characters in different scenarios. So these are definitely going to go on well into June, but I'd like to get at least 5 pieces done for Misadventure May with these characters. So that's it. I'll leave you all now to the music. Stay safe out there, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!